Hello, everyone. How are we? Hello, hello. I hope we are well. I hope we are well. Welcome in, Tyler. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, that's fair. I would recommend getting some sleep. Also, thank you. Oh goodness, I'm gonna mispronounce this. Malactory? I don't know. For the follow yesterday. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. That is when you eat the most basic bare bones stuff. I recommend dry Cheerios and saltines. Mm-hmm. Saltines. Hello, Kane. What's oh god? Is something wrong? No, just okay. Okay. Go get some water. Tyler, go get some saltines. Opposite ends of the spectrum, but we'll all be okay. Is not having fun lately. Honestly, I feel like this year has not been good for a lot of people. So, unfortunately, it's just something we're all dealing with. I physically shuddered imagining eating that right now. That's when you eat the dry Cheerios. At least they're sweet. Because then you get a little bit of sugar in your system and at least has some energy to run off of. Yours been alright, just my very weak immune system. Yeah. No dry. I mean, eh. Oh boy, I am nervous for next week. Oh my goodness. I'm so nervous. Maybe? I don't know. It's hard to tell at the moment. I have become dependent on social interaction. Oh, we have an extrovert. We have an extrovert here. I cannot relate. I cannot relate. I am so sorry, Tyler. Like, if I could go curl up in a ball on my bed with a cat and just snooze, I would. I would. But the world forces me to be social. No, it does not count as social. There is no brain cell behind those eyes. There is no brain cell behind those eyes. There are no thoughts is being processed. I see. I understand. Kind of. I'm like, no, let me be alone in my corner. Let me be full gremlin. Still, animals are a way to treat bad social anxiety as a means of having very basic social interactions. Really? It's not a bad thing, though. It means I'm maturing and growing more. I don't know what that says about us introverts, Tyler. I don't know what that implies about us introverts. Although I will say that it's been kind of funny. So hold on. Don't listen. Nope. Okay, there we go. They're independent. You can control their actions, so it's a easy of dealing with all kinds of things. I see. Hello, Nyasity. I hope you're doing well. How are you? I was gonna say it's very cute recently. I've been really tired recently, so like when I go for my like lunch breaks, since I work from home, I can just go curl up on my bed with my blanket and just kind of like decompress. And my cat loves to come up and crow with me for like an hour. And then he's like, okay, I know you have to go. I'll stay on the blanket and keep it warm for you, but you can go. And I'm like, no, I don't want to leave you. But I must. And then I don't know I don't know if it's with the change of seasons. I don't know if it's with the change of seasons or whatnot, but my cats have decided they now want to sleep on me in the middle of the night. Usually they sleep by the foot of my bed because I have a little blanket on the foot of my bed. They usually sleep there. But I've woken up 2 or 3 times now, and they're just both loafing on me. And I'm like, what has happened? What has happened? What has changed? I don't know. I do not know. I'm sleep deprived. I don't even know why. Fair enough. I don't want to know why you pictured me as a whoopee cushion. I don't know. Maybe? Oh, hold on. Let me find. Nah. Okay, sure. Maybe Rollo started emulating Reese. Could be. Or Reese started emulating Rollo. Could be. But she's very much more particular with how she sleeps and where she sleeps. So it's been very interesting. Alrighty, I think I've stalled long enough. Should I get us in the game? Should I get us in the game so I can stop thinking about all good. But I also have been happier lately, but also some fear of new emotions. So on to main topic. Okay, don't worry, Kane. I think that is just the Twitch app in general. Or Twitch mobile in general. It's not great. Because I was having issues with it today. So don't worry. Don't worry. It's not just you. Okay. I has a plan. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like surprises. I don't like surprises. Ah. Your debut will be memorable in the best way. I think Anonymous has already been revealed, but yes. Speaking of tired, not too bad. Wait, which game? What's our normal Tuesday, everyone? What's our normal Tuesday for the past 3 months? Thank you, Tyler. Yeah, I'm hoping, I'm praying that we're almost done. Didn't know if you switched up which day it is. Okay, I have witchy powers, but I'm not that powerful. Come now. Come on now. I have witchy powers. I'm not that powerful. Unless I messed it up. No, still Tuesday. Still Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Okay, before we get another song too far into the song, let me get this going. So that can go away. Darn, no multiverse time travel. No. No. No multiverse time travel. Wait. Oh no, we're on display capture. Right. I always forget which one is which, and it always confuses me. Okay, the blood of the saint. Are we ready, y'all? Are we ready? Thank you for the hydrate and the head pats. Oh yeah, so where we last left off, we were interrogating the nun, and she didn't tell us anything. So, not much. Oh, hold on. I always do that. I always do that. I always do that. I need to remember. Do not scroll. Do not scroll. Just checking my audio levels, but nope. Nope. Perhaps with the nun denying any involvement with the swordsman and him being so inscrutable, I find myself at a loss as to how to go about crossing the wall, standing in my way of getting the truth out of him. My mind brings me back to the events of the second door, the most savage of the 3 tragedies. There we go. The things he did then were undeniably inhuman. Which makes me wonder if his perspective on these events would have any influence on Morgana's perception of him. If at all, a positive influence seems the less likely. Was he man, or was he beast? If nothing else, he wanted to be human in the beginning. What was it that he truly desired? If he hadn't been under Morgana's curse, would he have wanted to be the same killer he was? Sorry, that's loud. Sorry, Birdie. You're very loud. You're very loud today, Birdie. Blinding sunlight drags me from my thoughts, a radiance brighter, more intense than I have ever been under today. Or rather, it's probably my mind interpreting it in that way, as my eyes couldn't handle it anymore. In a matter of moments, all I can see is white. Michelle? Are you all right? I feel a sharp pain, like someone's yanking at the back of my eyes. I'm fine. I just need some shade. Giselle's voice fades away. From somewhere, I think I can hear her calling my name. But instead of sound, all that reaches me is more pain. Then the world starts tilting toward me. No, not the world. It's me, who's falling. Where the hell are we? I'm not at the mansion? Where am I? You're awake. Morgana? What are you doing here? Does my appearance disturb you? That is to be expected, I suppose. I am hardly what you would call attractive, after all. Morgana? How do you know my name? How do I know your name? I came to save you. Where is this? Why aren't you in the... Huh? What just happened? I tried saying observation tower, and my voice completely disappeared. Where is this? I'm not sure how you couldn't know. This is the witch's cottage, by the lake. I found you unconscious outside my door, so I presumed you came here in search of my herbal medication? Unconscious? Outside her door? In your arm. What? This is before she lost her arm. Does that mean I've traveled even further into the past? Or could this be... You must get yourself far away from this place, Morgana. Better yet, escape to another country entirely. Where did that come from? have no means of survival if I leave. In that case, beware of 2 men who will come visit you. You must not open the door for them. What do you mean? They're a haired boy and a... Why did I lose my voice at all the most important details? Is this really the cottage by the lake? Take a look out the window and see for yourself. There's nothing there. Nothing outside the window. No, that's not exactly right. A reddish black fog churns beyond the window. A pretty lake, is it not? Not that I have any place talking about beauty. Now I understand. This isn't the real world. Is it your world, then, Morgana? Or is it a world within our dreams? May I ask who you are? I once spent much time at your side. This is also very strange. It was always you who was talking to me, and now you don't even know my name. Shall we talk for a bit, Morgana? If you're going to try to convince me to leave, I won't have it. And please, watch what you say. There's something very unsettling about your choice of words. As you wish. In that case, let's talk about ourselves. For so long, I fought to fend off the things you said. Not because I had any particular dislike for you, but because I was afraid of how entrancing the sound of your voice was. I sympathized with, empathized with the feelings seething through your words. And that understanding almost allowed them to consume me. There was a mysterious magnetism to your voice. And as emotionally unstable as I was at the time, I couldn't possibly have withstood giving in to it. You're saying my voice is unpleasant? Not at all. It was beautiful. Frighteningly so. I want to try again. I want you to tell me about yourself. The things you see and feel. I will not be telling you or anyone else about myself. Because they would have to be inhuman to empathize with you. In that case, we can start with me instead. Honestly, I don't want to talk about myself either, because it makes me feel pitiful, worthless. It was a story I'd rather pretend never happened. And it's not a story I can tell just anyone. But you can tell me. Indeed. I was born into this world female. What? From a young age, being a girl felt somehow wrong. And when I was older, my body developed like a boy's. Not entirely, though. My body is incomplete. I am missing one thing every man is supposed to have. The change drove my mother to madness, and she hid me away, for I was unfit to be in the presence of others. That was when I was 14 years old. And that marked the end of any semblance of normalcy in my life. Morgana, you once told me that our fates were decided before birth, both yours and mine alike. I spent my whole life rejecting that notion, insisting I was a normal person. Fighting to prove I was indeed male. Dora? Hold on. One moment. I'm dumb. Don't worry about it. No one saw a thing. No one saw a thing. Don't worry about it. But now that it's all over, I think you were right. Oh. Okay. We back? What is my thing doing? And perhaps normally? Joe's normally? Okay. And perhaps if I had stopped trying to fight it, I had shut up and accepted it, could have lived a longer life. I could have not left Giselle behind. Do you regret your choice? No, I don't. No matter what could have been, I had to hold my ground. I had to keep shouting. Because if I hadn't, it would have rendered my very existence meaningless. No matter what misfortune the decision may have brought, I must not regret it. Everyone has some principle, some belief, some fundamental aspect of themselves that they must always stand in unwavering support of. Or perhaps must not lose sight of would be a better way to put it. Or if we do, we lose sight of ourselves. For most people, these beliefs would have probably internalized so deeply that they wouldn't even be aware they hold them. What we carry inside us is unique. Difficult for other people to understand, to accept, forcing us to walk a path of solitude and persecution. I believe You genuinely do have miraculous powers. And who knows? Maybe your blood is special too. I think your real power lies in your voice and its ability to enchant anyone who hears it. But it was something you were born with, not something you asked for. Was it not? I am a saint and the daughter of God. That is the lot I was given, and that is the path I must walk. If I stray from that path or stop walking, I will no longer be myself. It would make me worthless. We mustn't lament the solitude we were dealt. Maybe not. But I think if either of us had had someone, even one person who accepted us, it would have caused us to see the world in a much different light. I know you had people like that, who treated you like a regular girl. But they're gone now. And have you never leaned on their memory? It comes back to me from time to time. But even then, they were different than me. They were so full of kindness, so very human. And while they taught me to experience their joy, not even they could change what I ultimately am. I left my humanity behind far too early in my life. What about you? Do you have anyone special? I do. And do they treat you like a normal person? It does. However, you still know that you're different, that you can't fit in with everyone else, that you are abnormal. You do, don't you? I am very conscious of that fact. On a fundamental level, I am still gray. And so long as I am who I am, that will always be so. Nevertheless, her acceptance allowed me to step onto the path she walked. A path wide enough for even me, despite my abnormality. You are, I expect, only half right about that. You are a man capable of making compromises, with a spirit strong enough to walk the path of humanity, while still being an outsider of it. I could never do that. Someone could be standing there, some ordinary but incredibly kind and accepting person, holding their hand out for me. And I don't think I could take it. Because I know if I do, it'll only bring more pain. So if I am to take anyone's hand, it must be someone inhuman. Someone fundamentally abnormal. And not just mentally or emotionally, but on a deeper level. Intrinsically different. Morgana. Maybe you could do it. Maybe you could understand even the tiniest bit of my fate. You could do that, couldn't you? We're like, something's fishy here. Something's going on here. Past Morgana helping. Yeah. Morgana, who still has hope. We are a no empathy household, no understanding here. Welcome in, Sylvie. I hope you're doing well. I hope the trenches have been okay. I hope you enjoyed a little to the left, or yeah, it was a little to the left yesterday. Hope you enjoyed the game. I made a comfy bed in the trenches. Pattern! Pattern! Pattern. Yes, pattern. Many patterns. Yeah, someone who I've played the entire game in both DLCs, I know how frustrating it can be. So I understand pattern. Pattern. I will go back to the game when my brain decides to not be mush. Fair. Then do it. Understand me. Empathize with me. Take some of the weight off of my back. Morgana. I have every intention of doing anything I can. But you have to understand, I'm not from this time, Morgana. I promise you, I will be around much longer. So instead, take as much time as you need to find someone who will accept you. And with them, slowly bring yourself back onto the path of humanity. It will not be easy, I know. Constant fear at the looks people give you, dreading the things they think and feel about you. Terrified by the thought that they might abandon you at any moment. The ever-present anxiety about whether you'll be able to fit in with them. But I know you can do it. I know you can bring yourself back to a place you can love. Like what you had 4 years ago. You really are. And he's gone. Michelle? Michelle. You may think talking to my past self can change something, but you're sorely mistaken. Nothing of the girl you see there remains. Poke and prod at the past all you like. It won't change anything, my dear. It's all too far gone to have any effect. Michelle? Michelle? Are you there? Are you all right? I'm so confused of which of the three Morganas is talking. So the witch is the creepy one that talks to Michelle in his head from his time. The one from the past is the more emotional one. And now I don't think we've actually had other Morgana speak yet, so but yes. There are many Morganas. Get up, Michelle, please. Michelle done fucked up. Oh no. Oh, thank goodness. You're awake. Did I pass out? Ah! You're awake. Are you okay? Did you hit your head? Nelly. You gave everyone a big scare, dearest Michelle. All of a sudden, you were just on the ground. Were you feeling unwell? No. I just have a natural sensitivity to sunlight. I apologize for any concern I caused you. Sorry for worrying you too, Giselle. And for that rather shameful display. No need to apologize. Like you said, you were sensitive to sunlight. I'm just glad you're all right, Michelle. If anything, I should be the one apologizing for putting so much pressure on you. I had no idea it was so bright out. As long as you're not sick or anything. So you're feeling better now? My head still hurts a little, but yes, I'm fine. What time is it? Almost supper time. Which means I better get back to the cottage. Was I really out that long? At least you woke up before supper. I should get going though. See you tomorrow, Michelle. Good night, Nelly. Tomorrow is the day before Morgana's supposed to die. Her time is limited enough as it is. That said, Giselle, I saw Morgana. You... What do you mean? How? I don't know if it was in a world of her creation or simply a dream. But in it, I spoke with Morgana when she was still alive. What was she like? Not like the Morgana we know now. Not someone who seems to feed off hatred. So she really was a saint in life, like Nell described her. Though I get the impression being a saint was more like a chain around her ankle, the only way she was able to derive any meaning from her life. Giselle, the sweetie extraordinaire. Yeah, she's too pure for this. She's too sweet for this. First question, what was she like? Not, what did he talk about? Just what was she like? Not to mention the utter sense of solitude brought about by the knowledge that no one like her would ever come into her life. You think she wanted to break free from the chains then? Even if she were able, she would never be able to return to anything resembling normal. Much like I will never have a normal body. Although... Oh, hello. Hello, Mel. Oh, you're awake. That's good. What? You came to check up on me? Don't act so surprised. I'm plenty capable of showing concern for others. That said, no, that's actually not why I'm here. He looks pale. I know you're not feeling well, but if you're up to it, would you mind joining me for supper? I don't know why you'd make such a big deal about asking me to... He's the one asking. I think he's getting suspicious. I see. I apologize for not handling my encounter with him better. Don't be. If he was sure I was playing him, I wouldn't be here. So don't blame yourself. Though, I would have still appreciated if you came. Absolutely. Turning him down would only give him more reason to be suspicious. True enough. I'll do my best not to let anything slip. You try and do the same, all right? Of course. Well, let's get going then. Could the nun have told him what I said to her? Whatever this is about, we don't want to keep him waiting. Be on your guard. I will. Will we come out of this unscathed? Here he is. I see that. I've been waiting. I saved you a couple seats. So go on. Sit down. No, we're gonna lose an arm. Well, yeah, maybe. Or a couple fingers at least. Also, hold on. Look at the pretty CG. It's so pretty. There's also a tiny bowl of soup and the biggest piece of bread. The food doesn't seem proportional, but sure. Well, of course. Why wouldn't he be dark and moody? Of course. This is unbearable. What's the matter, Mel? You've hardly touched your food. Lost your appetite? I've never been much of a big eater. No. Then why don't you give the rest of the food to your friend here? It's a bit bland, but it's passable. Wouldn't you say? This pressure is nothing if not overwhelming. How does he expect anyone to eat with air so tense? And Mel refuses to even look at him. Considering he's the reason Mel's involved in all of this, I can understand not wanting to make eye contact. Or even be in the same room. Are you not going to eat either? Don't worry. There's no poison in it. The thought never crossed my mind. Why would you think I would be concerned about my meal being poisoned? It was only a joke. I don't see the Lord anywhere. He's gone back to his manor. I thought you were his bodyguard. He's a lord. He has more than one guard. Why? Why did you invite us to supper? Is there any reason I shouldn't have? There are plenty. Such as... like... I imagine anyone would feel a bit overwhelmed dining with the Lord's personal bodyguard. Like that. In fact, I'm surprised you two even knew each other at all. Let alone were on good enough terms to share supper together. You haven't told this man anything, have you, Mel? Nothing. All I told him was that you were the Lord's bodyguard. I see. You want to know what kind of terms we're on? What? We're accomplices. Okay, so Yukimasa's just gonna come out and just say it. Okay, sure. Why not? Such a shame this was how your reunion had to turn out. You finally get to see him again, only to learn he's a criminal. Wait, what are you? What crimes might you be referring to? Take a guess. What sort of atrocities do you think we're committing? Money laundering. I'm trying to think of other things that are not the actual what we know is happening. Stealing. Blue collar crime. I don't know. Scams. Well, they are running a scam, technically. They are running a scam. Technically. What is he doing? Why would he tell you that? He wants to gauge my reaction, I assume. I have to choose my words carefully. Can't say too much, but I wouldn't get anywhere saying nothing either. How should I handle this? I have no idea. All I'm asking you is to guess. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind. You're putting me on the spot, telling me my friend is a criminal and asking me to guess his crime. Do you honestly think you would get any kind of answer out of me? You make a fair point. Then allow me to change the question. If you found out a friend of yours was a criminal, would you still be able to be their friend? Depends on the crime. Depends on the crime. That question make you uncomfortable too. Consider it a sort of sideshow to liven up our meal. Don't take it too seriously. It would depend on if they feel guilty about what they've done, and if they have any intentions on making penance for their crimes. And Mel, well, he's someone who would be ashamed of any wrongdoing he might or might not have participated in. I see. What about you? Oh yeah, I just murdered a carriage full of people like a couple years back. Don't worry about that. We'll just ignore that part. If you had done something you knew would be wrong, would you be ashamed? Would you make penance? Maybe. Maybe not. You have one hell of a friend here, Mel. Michelle. That was your name, wasn't it? Do you have any other friends? I don't have many, no. Any in this land? No. Why do you ask? I don't have any friends here either. Or maybe I never had any at all. Maybe he wants to be your friend, Michelle. Somehow I doubt that. Yeah, I guess not. Any family? I left home some time ago. Are they too far to visit regularly? Why do you want to know? I'm in a similar situation myself. I thought it might be nice to find someone on common ground. I find it difficult to take him at his word. So you made the long journey all the way here so you could see him? That I did. This is just a small detour in his travels. That's just what you told me, isn't it? That's right. How very gracious of you to go so far out of your way for him. Oh, and Mel, I have a question for you as well. What kind of question? Think of it like a little game. You're standing on the edge of a cliff. On your left is your sister, and on the right, him. They're both about to fall. You can only save one of them. Whose hand do you grab? Nellie's. As much as we love Michelle, As much as we love Michelle, they don't actually know each other enough. Like, this is not a question. This is not a question, to be fair. Yeah, older brother would also say, save younger sister. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just Smelly, even if they did. Also, Michelle could probably take care of himself, you know? Oh, I scrolled again. No. Hate that. Surely this isn't the first time you've heard this scenario proposed. It's not real, just a hypothetical. Don't take it so seriously. Come on, it's just a game. You know that, right? You don't need to answer. As he said, I'm only here to see him. When I heard there was going to be a festival, I requested permission to remain until then. If that displeases you for any reason, I apologize. But hypothetical or not, a question like that makes it uncomfortable for everyone involved. Or are you trying to make him feel cornered? No, not at all. It was merely a question. I never meant to make him uncomfortable. My apology. Now I suppose I should take my leave, as it seems my presence makes it hard to enjoy the food. Relax. I'm not staying here tonight. I won't get in the way of your reunion anymore. You said you would be here until the Harvest Festival? They're supposed to be putting on quite the impressive event. Look forward to it. May I ask you one thing before you go? What do you think of the nun? Are you very close to her? I'm not close to anyone. Yeah. Thank you. I was hoping to handle it better than that. But I just can't seem to keep it together around him. I'm really sorry. I can hardly blame you. Thanks. There's something really unsettling about him. I can't say I disagree. What was the deal with that question anyway? The cliff one? Yeah. I think it's best if you don't linger on it. Any way you look at it, he had to be... Never mind. Anyway, keep your eye out. You probably want to be extra careful tonight. After all that, I'm scared he might be up to something. There's no saying where he actually went. He's in the walls. I'm with Mel. I have a bad feeling about what he might do. After a conversation like that, you'd be crazy not to be on alert. That would be wise, yes. I plan to head straight back to my room. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Do you really think we'll be able to get his key? I still can't bring myself to believe there's anything between him and the Saintess. And the Lord's pretty much always inaccessible. Does the Lord say anything when you're all together? Such as anything at all? Something to give me some idea what kind of person he is. Sorry, I've got nothing. I usually keep my mouth shut when I'm with them, and they hardly talk to each other either. I see. Sorry. I'm pretty sure you've already heard this, but the Lord's an incredibly suspicious man. I'm not sure he's capable of trusting anyone at all. So it's not really a situation where I can go up and ask him about his personal life. After several failed assassination attempts, among other things, he's just grown to be suspicious of everyone around him. If someone's walking up to him and he even thinks that they might try something, that's all it takes for him to have them beheaded. As a person, his reputation's awful, but he has done a lot to improve the city's economy. So the merchants and the artisans think he's all right. And out of curiosity, what is the Lord's name? Huh? Oh, you don't know that either? His name is Jean-Francois Barnier. So instead of Italian, he's French. What? That name doesn't fit him at all. Not one bit. Oh wait? What's oh wait, Kane? No, Bolognier, yeah. This is Bernier. Very similar, but it's different spellings. I think I'm saying that correctly. Or it's Bernier. Sorry, it could be Bernier. Jean-Francois Bernier. Could be. He does not look like a Jean-Francois. Would that mean he's not the Lord then? No, the Lord is the only other person who did enough to earn Morgana's wrath and be on the receiving end of her reconstruction wish. It has to be him. But between this and the nun being named Marie, things are starting to get a bit muddled. Hold on a second. I think I've heard Barnier, or so it's Barnier somewhere. There was a diary in the library when I lived in the mansion, as I recall, written by someone named Barnier. No, actually, now that I think about it, that's the same diary that showed up in Mel's next life. In it, he was complaining about having not gotten the larger of the family estates. And a bad harvest, I think. That was one of the books your family sent you, right? Actually, that was one of the books they didn't. It was already in the library when I arrived. You think he could have written it? And here I thought it was just the scribblings of a disgruntled noble. If the book really is that old, I'm amazed that it was such good condition for so long. Can't be more than 100 years behind our own time, so it's not inconceivable it would still be in good shape then. But Mel came back hundreds of years later after that. It's almost like it was frozen in time. You know, I think time may have been stopped during the times the mansion wasn't present in the living world. I kept it clean, yes, but one person going around dusting wouldn't be enough to keep it from falling into disrepair for hundreds of years. Just what on earth is that mansion? Is it also part of Morgana's miracle? What's the matter? You've just been standing there, staring off into space. Oh, sorry, I got lost in thought. You seem to do that a lot. Just go off into your own world. I swear you've got to be more absent-minded than me. Michelle's like, don't you dare. That's artist, clearly. Doctor Who? This is I think too early for Doctor Who. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if the Doctor Who would want to come back to this time period, to be fair. Oh, he's been, don't worry. That's not important though, I guess. He's gone to worse. Anyway, so I've been trying to think of ways I can help, but I'm sorry, I haven't been able to think of anything. I haven't been able to come up with anything. It's fine. I'm simply glad to have you on my side. Sure. Well, I should get back to my room. If you have any good ideas, let me know. I will. We're not going back to our room. I should head back too. Oh, we are? I thought we wouldn't. Thank you for the hydrate. I know we don't have much time, Michelle, and that concerns you, but try not to agonize over it too much. Sorry. After how well yesterday went, it just feels like we've come to a screeching halt. Honestly, I'm having trouble processing everything. How about for now, we just focus on the immediate issues? I suppose. To start with, we're going to want to talk to the nun again tomorrow. We might have an easier time of it if we brought Mel or Nellie along. She'd probably be more inclined to believe us about the observation tower if it came from them. No worries, Tyler. Thank you for the lurk. Get some good sleep. Though, it presents another potential problem. What if she doesn't believe them? It could put the two of them at risk. And there's also the chance she's not involved with the swordsman at all, as she claims. In which case, convincing her doesn't get us any closer to the truth. Get the truth out of him. Maybe it would be better to approach it from the Lords. Did you hear that? It came from over by the window. Maybe it's a cat. I'll go check. Damn it. Someone's in there. It's a ghost. Ugly Scratch? No, it was ugly splotches, or ugly speckles, not ugly Scratch, ugly speckles. There's a ghost out there. Get away from the window. Hurry, you don't want it to possess you. Calm down. Your screams startled me far more than anything. How am I supposed to calm down? We have to go find Mel and get another room. We can't stay in this one any longer. No way. I don't think it's a ghost. In fact, I'm going after them. What? No, you can't be serious. Michelle! I'm pretty sure they went this way. Let's go back to the mansion. You're chasing a ghost. You're out of your mind. You know, now that I think about it, she's essentially a ghost herself. Afraid of another ghost. I think I saw movement in the bushes over there. Is this the one? Well, look who it is! Look who it is! Also, how did your outfit get more revealing than last time? Well. Is your theory gone out the window, Kane? Hopefully she's less bitchy. Not yet. Oh god, now I gotta remember what Maria's voice was. Oh no. I forgot Maria's voice. She hasn't even put enough effort into the corset herself. Yeah. How was Maria's voice again? It was a little up and down, right? Not as much as Morgana, but a little like that, I think, maybe? I don't remember. I don't remember, we're making it up on the fly. It's fine, they're not the exact same person, so it's fine. God, you found me. Is that who I think it is? Be a good boy and pretend you never saw me. Got it? I'm off. Hold on. Go after her. Stop, please. I want to talk to you. You stop. Why are you chasing me? For the record, I wasn't breaking in for nefarious reasons. So you don't need to take me to the guards. I'm not going to report you. All I want to do is talk. I've got nothing to say to you. Well, I do, so please stop. What's your deal, anyway? You some kind of creep? No. How the hell is a man chasing a woman down a dark road not a creep? As if you look any less suspicious. Screw off and stop chasing me, damn it. And stop running. I love the slight Texas twang. Well, what else am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? That's how I read it. I read it with a twang. I'm sorry. Is someone there? Perfect. Help, please. I'm being chased by a strange man. What are you? He's gonna do terrible things to me. Oh, hello. Is this as bad as it looks? It's worse. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Don't do anything rash. I can explain. I am completely innocent. Maria? Well then. Things suddenly looking better for us. So it would seem. What are you doing here, Maria? Wait, are you? Is that you, Pauline? Thank you for confirming it, Maria. I appreciate you. What? They know each other? And she called her... So I was right. That is your name. That is my earthly name. It is not who I am now. I am Marie. I no longer go by that name. Marie? That's your name? That's a fucking laugh. You're joking. I am not. And that outfit? You become a nun or something? That part of a gag? That's why you call yourself Marie, huh? Name suits you a hell lot better than me. The Virgin Mary's namesake grows up to be a whore, while sweet little Pauline grows up to be a genuine Virgin Mary. What do you say? Want to take my earthly name and I'll take yours? You don't have to be so crude. This seems like it could go very south very quickly. That reminds me, I heard word that there was a saintess or whatever at the church here. That you? A saintess, huh? That's what the people call me. I don't actually consider myself a saint. Pure as ever, I see. If it were me, I'd let them put me up on that pedestal, bask in their worship for a while, then swipe all the ties and get the hell out. You're unbelievable, Maria. Oh, I'm just kidding. Don't take what I said so seriously. What did you come here for, Maria? That's what whores do. They come and go. We're anywhere and everywhere, and then we're gone. You do realize this is a church, right? I know, sacred ground, no place for a dirty old prostitute like me. I'm going to hell, yada yada. I didn't say that. I prefer you refrain from working on church property. I was on my way out, in fact. But then that white-haired dude came after me. You jumped in his window. I do believe you tried to break into my room first. What? You keep your mouth shut. You tried to break in? What for? What's it matter what for? I'm a whore. Maybe someone hired me. Or maybe I came to pillage the tithe box. Was it the Lord? Is that who you came to see? Huh? Why would you assume the Lord of all people? There are plenty of men there are plenty of other men in need of my services. I thought there might be something between you two. She's not denying it. Oh, now she is. Okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. There's nothing between us. Everyone's denying their connections to each other. So, since you're here, Maria, do you want to stop by my place for a bit? So you can grill me about what I'm here for? No, I will admit I'm curious, but I don't want to talk about it. But if you don't want to talk about it, I won't try and force you. We just haven't seen each other in so long. I'm sure we've got plenty to catch up on. Come on, surely you can stay for tea at least. They don't call you the saintess for nothing, huh? You'll even invite a whore into your house for friendly chit-chat. I wish you stopped calling me that. You're an old friend who I haven't seen in years. It's only natural to want to catch up, is it not? They're old friends. Not sure that exactly applies to us, you know? But sure, why not? Though, to tell you the truth, I have no idea what the hell we'd even talk about. So I'll agree to come on one condition. Whitehair comes with us. Who? Me? You can't let this opportunity go. Now we get to know now that we know the nun is Pauline, we might be able to get more out of her. That's fair, but still. Bad, Kane. Bad. Automod said bad. Automod said bad. No. I'm not sure how comfortable I am bringing a man into the house with only girls. And I'm not sure how comfortable I am going. What's the big deal? You afraid he might turn feral? No, he ain't that kind of guy. You've got nothing to worry about. You seem to trust me quite a bit for someone you just met. Not so much trust, more like the air you give off. Air? You don't look like you've got the balls to do it. What did you just say? Damn it! That stings worse than she has any way of knowing. I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't let it get to you. There's nothing you could do about it. Well, what are you waiting for? Come on, get your butts moving. Okay. I'm not sure I like where this is going. Giselle's right, though. This could be a good chance for us to get new information. Ah! What is it? I just remembered. Something vital? She called me a creep. In the third door, she kept calling me a creep. It just occurred to me now that she's talking about me like that behind my back. I can't believe she would do that. Let it slide for now. It's something she does in the future, after all. I'm not a creep, am I? Well, considering what you were like at the time, I can't really blame her for thinking that. I wish I could erase that phase of my life entirely. Even I get shivers thinking of the Maid me. I honestly don't think it was that bad myself. I'll take that as a compliment. Please do. That maid outfit though is quite all right. Oh, okay, Michelle. Hello, Nelly. Oh, hello, dearest Michelle. What brings you here so late? Did you come to see me? We've come as a squad. We're rolling up as a squad. Who's the pipsqueak? She lives here. I took her in. Oh, it's a strange lady. And she's wearing almost nothing. Are you not cold in that? Girl, you don't make it in this business worrying about the cold. What kind of work do you do? Your clothes are really pretty colors. Like something a princess would wear. Nelly, no. I thought we were done with the princess stuff. I thought we were done. In a way, I'm kind of like a princess. A wicked princess who goes around Maria. She does not need to hear about that. Yes, Kane, you are correct. Oh, what's the fuss? I'm just giving her a glimpse of the real world. And you think now is the time for that? This isn't awkward or anything. Also, what's this dearest Michelle about? You do a thing or something? Seems a bit young for you. No, that's just what she calls me. That's what I call my brothers. He's my number 2 brother, but we're not related. My real brother's back at the church. He's got the same color hair as me, and we look a little alike. Oh, really? Must be a pretty good looking fella if he's related to you. Of course he is. I wouldn't let him be my brother if he didn't look good. Damn, Nelly, okay. Jeez. That's quite the assertion, Nelly. It's so lively in here. I'm stranded in uncharted territory. I bet you're as stiff as a board out there. Relax. Deep breaths. You're asking the impossible. All right, well, sit down and make yourselves comfortable, everyone. I'll go make some tea and something to snack on while I'm there. It's a girls' night in! This'll be fun. Why is Michelle here, though? No, she said out there, not down there. Out to there. Pretty sure. Yeah, out there, not down. Hey, your mind's in the gutter. Get your mind out of the gutter. You have no idea how much I wish I knew. No, I'm half blind watching on a tiny screen. Oh, that's not important. But you know what is? 3 girls, 1 guy. That's gotta be rough. Actually make that 4 girls. He's like, end me, please. Huh? Why would that be rough? Tell me. You got 3 girls in 1 room. What do you think they're gonna be talking about? Love. Romance. And there he sits, all alone, in a pink cloud of girl talk. That sounds uncomfortable. And we get to watch him twist and squirm. That sounds like fun. I want to die. What do they think I am, their plaything? Yes. I didn't just sense you smiling, did I? Oh, no, not at all. I was just thinking I feel kind of bad for you. Why don't I believe you? We don't have time for this. Morgana's still locked up in the tower, even as we speak. I get where you're coming from, but I don't think this will turn out to be a waste of time. All 3 of them have ties to the men with keys. We could very well learn something from them. From their conversation that could lead to a breakthrough. So I say we participate. See where it goes. What's this? Already friends, you two? Yep, I like this new lady a lot. She's a sweet little girl. What's not to love? You know, that makes me kind of jealous. It took you so long to warm up to me, Nelly. What? No, it didn't. I don't think. I don't know. It felt like to me you were keeping your distance. Well, you know, it's not easy to work up the courage to talk to a real-life saint. Oh, Nelly. You know it's not that big of a deal. I'm not even a real saint. So, what's the conversation? Love. Romance. How about your taste in guys? Oh. Do you have anyone? A crush? A special someone? You do, don't you? I am a servant of God the Father. So no, I do not have anyone. Oh, come on, we won't tell, promise. Forbidden love, so romantic, so exciting. You know, I think you should go first, Nelly. I like princely boys. Of course you do. Of course you do, child. You can't take what I've already ate. True. Actually, speaking of grapes, I had grapes today. I had green grapes today, too. They were yummy. They were my mid-afternoon snack. My brother is the closest to my ideal. Oh, and I mean my real brother. You don't say. And you, Maria? What kind of guys do you like? Me? I like a nice, subservient man. Someone who knows I'm in charge. Subtlety isn't her strong suit, huh? Why not someone you can always count on? Or encouraging and supportive? Or sweet and kind? Someone like that would be... Guys like that only light you little tween girls' fires. Things get a little more complicated as you get older. Life stops being quite so simple. So you start wanting to find someone who will make the daily load of shit even a little bit easier to swallow. Really? I'm not sure I want to grow up anymore. I guess that's partly the result of who I am. So who knows? Maybe you'll have it a little better. I hope so. Okay, now it's your turn, Sister Marie. Me? I suppose I could tell you who my favorite angels are? No, it has to be someone real. You have to have someone special. I already told you. Ah, there's someone who hasn't gone yet. You can go. I can go after that, can't I? Huh? Who else is there? Giselle's like, you bitch. You. You know, that's not a half bad idea. Agreed. I want to know too. No dodgy answers either. Why? What
kind of girls do you like, Michelle?
What? You're not supposed to bring me into the conversation.
Lighten up, loosen up. Let us have it.
But it's a very complicated personal matter.
Then how about we make things simple? Turn it into a choice.
Choice?
Out of the three of us, who ticks the most of your complicated tastes?
Don't
think too hard about it. Just pick one. Me, the teensy tiny one, or the nun? Who will it be?
Pauline. Are you saying that as Michelle or as yourself, Kane? Are you saying that it's Michelle or yourself? Michelle? I will say Pauline is probably the closest to Giselle we will get out of the three. What on earth have I gotten myself into? The way they're staring at me. I'm not getting out of this.
I already have someone. I'm not interested in women. Maria, Nellie, or Pauline?
For me, it would be a mix between Pauline and Maria. And Marie, not Maria. Not crazy one.
I already have someone.
Would be the correct answer, I would assume. Or do we make him seem... Although this one would probably be worse, because... Oh, wait, Maria? The blonde one? Half blonde, oh, okay. So, not Marie, Maria. Gotcha. Gotcha. Remember, she took Marie. She's both Pauline and Marie. Yeah. I already have someone.
Make Giselle happy. Make Giselle happy.
Really? That's no fun. You can still tell us what lights your fire at least. Even if you already got someone.
Loving someone is a beautiful thing. I will pray for God to grant you both his blessing. What's she like though? I want to know. Tell us about her.
What she's like. She's always smiling. She's a very cheerful, energetic person. The opposite of me in many ways.
So, is she staying in the mansion with you?
No. I am alone here.
Does she not feel the same way about you?
Unrequited love it is it? You poor thing.
It won't be cheap, but I'll keep you company for the night if you want.
She loves me too.
Oh, Giselle. Then why isn't she here? If you're a couple, you're supposed to stay together. Did you leave her behind when you left?
Circumstances prevent us from seeing each other right now. I can always feel her there by my side, but I can't see her.
What circumstances? Now, Nellie, don't be prying. It's a personal matter. One I'm sure isn't easy for him. Will you ever be able to see her again?
I have faith that I will. Because when I see her next in the flesh, I need to take her by the hands, look her in the eyes, and tell her something very important.
Michelle. She's somewhere really far away? Or is there something else getting in your way?
Women are fickle creatures, though. You may think she'll always love you, but spend enough time apart, and who knows how those feelings might change. We're not all as bullheaded as you guys tend to be. While you're here, away from her, she could find someone else she likes. Or maybe she already has. I would never! Her feelings will never change. She spent more time waiting for me than you can possibly imagine. Though there were times she lost sight of what she was waiting for. Deep down in her heart, never forgot about me. I know that for a fact. I don't buy that sickly sweet, her love is eternal crap for one damn minute. It's short-sighted, ignorant. People change. Their feelings change. The ones you think you care most about will inevitably stab you in the back one day. That's what people do. You just never had the pleasure. But one day you will. You'll taste the bitterness of betrayal. Is there anyone in your life you care about more than yourself? Not a one. You wouldn't understand what we have then. But someday, if you ever find someone who means that much to you, I think you'll come to understand that it is possible to love someone, even if they do sometimes cause you pain. You're telling this to a whore that already has me out of the running.
I don't think that's true. Anyone can find someone, no matter who they are. It doesn't matter how old you are or what you do for work, or if you're a noble or a peasant.
Oh, come on. You're making it sound like I'm the bad guy here.
In this case, she might actually be more mature than you, Maria.
Oh, shove it.
Now that Michelle's answered, it's your turn.
What? Do I really have to?
You do. Everyone else has answered.
Like I said, I don't have anyone. Oh, don't forget that I made about the tea I made. It's getting cold.
Anyway, I'm more interested in catching up with you, Maria,
than talking about boys. What happened after you left? All right, sure. We can talk about that. Orphanage? What do you mean no fair? None cheated. Yeah, she used that good old distraction technique. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Neither of us had parents or family.
We were raised in an orphanage. Beyond the second door, Pauline had a family that seemed to be quite well off. I guess that's not the case here.
So you grew up together then? Sister Marie's never told me about her childhood before.
I don't like to talk about the past. Not the best memories, after all. I'd say we're lucky we made it this far in life. You still keeping in touch with that shit heap of a director?
No, don't talk about him like that. He's not a bad person.
Yeah, I know. In your mind, everyone's not a bad person.
He isn't really.
Yes, he stops by occasionally to check in.
He was the one who set me on the path to becoming a nun.
He was always fond of you. Perfect little angel you were.
I doubt he liked me any more than anyone else.
Compared to you, I was a damn gremlin. No. You know what? I said the good boy thing earlier. I'm not doing this in the Nelly voice. I'm sorry. Nope. I'm not letting Umgak or Kane take this out of context. Nope. You can read this yourself. Same with this one. I'd throw rocks at the walls, making all these little holes. And one time, I even filled the director's shoes with dog shit. The way I switched tabs just to see what she was skipping. One day I will have my sound bites. I'm not doing that in the Nelly voice. I am not doing that in the Nelly voice. I'm okay with saying the good boy in Maria's voice. I am not saying that in Nelly's. She's only allowed to say that to me. I wasn't prepared for that. Sylvie, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Oh. Oh no, you think of too many too far jokes, and you really do. That would make anyone angry. I wasn't always a little twat, mind you. The director either loved you or hated you. There's no middle ground. But it's true, she admitted to it. Okay, you can message me your joke, and I will see if it is appropriate. And if he didn't like you, life was hell. What is this slander? He'd make you go without supper or force you to sleep outside. Shit like that.
That's awful. I had no idea he was doing that to you.
And she proved me right and not too far. I see.
You could have said something.
Like that would have made a difference. You adored that damn director. You never would have believed me over him.
once you put your trust in someone, you refuse to believe that they could ever be anything less than perfect. Completely blinded by faith. I don't... You do. The only reason you're willing to believe me now is because it's been so long. And because there's other people here. This would probably be a good time to step in, Michelle. Change the subject or something. I feel kind of bad for her. How long were you two together? Until we were around 10, I think? Does that sound about right? Sounds about right, yeah. I got fed up with everything and ran off. Ended up at a brothel. Been a whore ever since. At the age of 10. Sure. Are the pieces clicking, Kane? Are the puzzle pieces clicking? Nope, not thinking about that. That's not what I'm asking you to think about, Kane. It's been, what, 10 years since? 10 years now? I'm practically a veteran. Did you like life at the brothel better than the orphanage, Maria? Between the two, I'd take the brothel any day. There, I've got friends and colleagues. Although, I did lose a bunch of them about 4 years ago. Now class, do we remember what happened about 4 years ago? In Morgana's timeline, do we remember? Correct. Morgana was in said brothel. And she was taken care of by a group of women. Something, I don't know why she left. The brothel got raided. And everyone, a lot of people fled or died. Or were captured. So, Maria was there. Maria was in the same brothel. "4 years ago? I remember hearing word of a brothel raided by bandits around that time. Was that where you worked, Maria?" Yep. And what a nightmare that was. I mean, why the hell would you raid a whorehouse? Why not go after some noble's estate? Or the damn lord, for that matter? A brothel raided by bandits. Why else do you think Maria shows up in the memories later on, but she doesn't hate her? She doesn't know later on there is a connection. That's why she's not one of the hated. There were only 5. I mean, she still has a bad death. Yes, in the 1990s or the 1980s, yes. But it's likely Morgana... Well, I can't say that. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. I gotta stop. Gotta stop. Gotta stop. 4 years ago. What's the matter? Trying to make those forehead wrinkles permanent? I know I shouldn't be surprised,
but I'm beginning to think Maria may have had some contact with Morgana in this life as well. Oh? Hmm. 4 years ago would make Morgana 12. Where she was... And where was she then? I have a question for you, Maria. Was there a girl there? Was there a girl by the name of Morgana at the brothel? You know Morgana? So my suspicion was right. Yeah. Morgana was there. Me and the other girls looked after her together. But after the bandits raised the place, I never saw her again. What a travesty that was. It was chaos. Only a handful of us even survived. I figured she was either killed or sold off somewhere. But if you know her, that means she's alive, right? That's great to hear. I've been worried about her ever since. Michelle, Morgana's the Saintess's name, isn't it? That's what you told me. Huh? Saintess? That's right, Nellie. That is indeed the name of the person who performed your miracle. And she's locked up in the tower now. Locked up? You told Nellie all that nonsense too, Michelle? It's not nonsense. Mel told me everything. It's all true. He feels terrible about what he's done, but he can't free her by himself. Now you too? We need 2 other keys. The Lord has one and the bodyguard has the other. After learning the truth, I knew I had to tell you. But I was too afraid you wouldn't believe me. And if you didn't believe me, something bad might happen to Mel. It's not good to tell lies, Nellie. And the same goes for your brother as well. The Lord stores his valuables in that tower. That's why it's locked up and you can't get in. Or all 3 of you after his wealth? Of course not! And you, Michelle? You need to stop planting these strange suspicions in... See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You haven't changed one bit. You won't even give someone the time of day if they're saying anything that contradicts someone you decided to trust. Can the... watchtower, was it? Can you not bust down the door? I'm still lost as hell here. But the long and short of it is that Morgana might be in that tower. She is, yes. It might be possible to break in the door with a dozen or so people to help, but that's infeasible. Besides, opening that door isn't our only objective. So we need the other keys. Correct. It's not true. He would never do that to someone. People think he's scary and mean, but they're wrong. He's a sweet, respectable man. He would never lock up an innocent girl. Even though everyone else is saying he would? If you don't believe in him, if I don't believe in him, who will? So you are more than acquaintances. You really have that much faith in his goodness. then tell us after you've seen what he's done. Pauline. Assuming, hypothetically, there really is someone in that tower. There's nothing I could do about it. I'm a nun. I have no real authority here. I'm just a pretty face. Nevertheless, he started this to help you. If you tell him to stop, he might actually listen. Please, Sister Marie, help us set the Saintess free. Your ability to trust someone is so completely, your ability to trust someone so completely is actually pretty amazing. But if you let that turn into blind faith, then it'll come back and bite you in the ass. Could I please ask the two of you to leave? An old friend of mine might be held prisoner right now. And you expect me to just scamper on home? Go. She is a little too innocent, perhaps. I don't think her faith is entirely blind. You are a woman who is capable of making decisions for herself. I know you are. Yes. You've placed your complete faith in one man. But that hasn't stopped you from considering what you should do with your own life. You were never short-sighted. We only met yesterday. What could you possibly know about me? Give me some time. Until tomorrow. Time to think about what to do. As you wish. So, is all that really true? It is. How do you know any of that, though? Because... what story should I go with this time? Should I use the letter again? Forget it. That's not important. Pipsqueak ain't the only one throwing around accusations like that for shits. Point is, I'll take your word for it. And if we get that door open and turns out there's no one there, no harm done. So you believe me? You're not lying, are you? No, I'm not. Then that's that. Frustrating part is, winning over a whore isn't going to get you very far towards fixing anything. That's not true. Just knowing you believe me is reassuring. If you say so. Could I ask you something? You did come here to search for the Lord, didn't you? Also, how is your back not killing you, ma'am? Dear God, that must hurt. Like, hold on, hold on. What is this posture? Hello? Yes, you didn't see the legs. You didn't see how high this slit comes up. You didn't see how high. Don't show Sylvie. Don't show Sylvie. Okay, okay. I will not. I will not show Silly. Do not worry. What are we not showing me? Do you want us? You know what? Screw it. I'm showing Sylvie. This posture. 1. Ow. And 2, the very high slit here. Reverse shrimp posture. Yes, very nice outfit. Is it falling off? Probably. At this point, probably. It's not on shoulders at all. Don't feed the munchkin. The munchkin must be fed. The munchkin must be fed. It's not past midnight yet. We're all okay. At least my time frame. Yeah, I'm like, this is way like, I have no idea how this is staying on. I have no idea how this is staying on. He has the 3rd key, without which we can't get into the tower. It's either body tape or fabric tape. Body tape in that era. It's like body tape or fabric tape, but likely this is it's just so annoying, constantly falling down. Can you consider it cosplay? Yeah, I guess Ren Fair. I'm like thinking like, I'm getting war flashbacks to our previous conversation. True. And my gut tells me you're the one who's going to make that possible. Why would you think that? Because you have a very strong connection with him. I swear I've seen that at Ren Fairs. Probably. Or something similar. Online. You may think I sound crazy, but your souls are inextricably bound together. Our souls? Don't even joke. I know how it sounds, but it's the only way. Okay, you got me. I'm done lying. You're right. I came here looking for the Lord. There are rumors going around that he's been coming in and out of the church here. So I figured I'd take the opportunity to cave his fucking skull in. You... what? What you gonna do about it? Call the guards on me? No, I won't. But tell me, why do you want to kill him? Why? What? Are you not from around here? Well, you should know he's one hell of an aggressive ruler. I won't deny he's done wonders for the economy. The city's a great place to be if you're a merchant. Taxes are lower than anywhere else, and all you need is enough money and you can buy citizenship. That's not how that works, but sure. But for the people who lived here their whole lives, the peasants, the poor, those who are in need of the most help, it's only getting harder to stay afloat. The gap is getting bigger by the day. While the main street's looking lavish and lively, people are literally starving to death on the back streets. He tore down this vineyard that's been around for generations to make room for more shops. And sure, you can import some damn fine wine from some other city, but where does that leave everyone who can't afford it? That reminds me. In the third door, he ran some other company's factory out of business for his own profit. Different businesses, same practices. Giselle? The merchants, especially those who come from other cities, get treated like kings. But the Lord still has plenty of enemies. I see. So you're someone who doesn't think highly of him then? Pretty much. What would killing one man accomplish, though? Not much, probably. It'd make me feel a hell of a lot better, though. Do you not actually know the Lord in person, then? I've met him before, so I know who to look for. That's about it. There's none of this, oh, what do you call it? Inextricably linked souls crap. No fucking thank you. Maria says she's met him. And Morgana mentioned seeing prostitutes at the Lord's Manor when she was first taken there. Could she have been one of them, then? Changing the subject a bit, there's something I wanted to ask you about Pauline. Frankly, her being a nun doesn't make a damn lick. Let me try that again. Frankly, her being a nun doesn't make a damn lick of sense to me. What do you mean? I mean, this isn't what she wanted with her life. When we were kids at the orphanage, she wasn't exactly this pillar of faith. We said grace before meals, but only because those were the rules. All ceremonies, nothing more of it. Nothing more to it. She appears to be quite devout to me. I'm thinking something have had to happen to her, made her that way. Forced her into that role. The girl I knew was pretty much unexceptional. Had her head in the clouds, though, so we never really got along. But she always was talking about how when she left the orphanage, she'd find the perfect man, fall in love, get married. You could practically see the hearts in her eyes. They'd buy a comfortable house, have a few kids, maybe get a dog. It'd be a happy family, warm and peaceful. And every time she told me this, I'd snort and tell her to get herself a more original dream. At which point she'd start crying and call me mean. Wow. Maria was an impressively jaded 10-year-old girl. She was a girl in love with love. And now she's a bloody nun. I guess it kind of makes sense as an extension of her unwavering trust shtick. But I mean, come on. Surely she could have chosen someone better to put that faith in. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to get at is, as unreceptive as she was back there, she wasn't doing it maliciously. Not that I have any right to defend her after all the shit I gave her about it. You know, you're making it very hard to tell whether you like her or not. Don't think too hard about it. Just sticking up for an old acquaintance. Anyway, I think I'll head back. As concerned as I am about Morgana, there ain't much I can do. Guards aren't gonna believe the ramblings of some whore, especially not when she's making accusations about the damned Lord. That part's gonna be a real bitch, I figure. If there's anything I can do, let me know. You can find me at the brothel in town. Well, I'm off. It's late. I'm not sure how safe it is for you to be wandering around in the dark. Maybe I should accompany you? Hello, samurai. Hello. How are you? Hope you are well. I hope you are taking care. How are you? I am okay. I am doing all right. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you are doing okay. Hope you are taking some time. Don't worry, this is my home turf. And besides, if someone did attack me, I'm pretty sure I could outrun you. And overpower you at that. The worst part is she's probably right. Michelle, really? Really? This is going to this is gonna overpower you? This? But that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. I was gonna make a joke and held myself back. The spirit of Cain compelled me. The spirit of Ungak is here. The spirit of Ungak is here. Say it. Second one. Yeah. Yeah, second one. First. Okay. So, it's better to be safe. Here's the thing. Like Michelle said, she'd probably overpower him. So, I don't know if, even if we did go with her, if there'd be much to do. There's much we could do. Also, depending on if Yukimasa is lurking around somewhere. I'm also worried if Yukimasa is lurking around somewhere and we're just gonna lead him to her. By doing that, which could be bad. I still say go. You know what? Since I do know there are bad ends, we're gonna save. Two is better than one. I leave it up to Maeve. Nice. Yeah, always gotta save, just in case. Just in case. You can die in this game? Yes. So far, I have picked the correct options. There are multiple different bad ends, if I remember correctly. Also, I am playing the Steam version, I think. So I think there's also another ending added for the Steam version, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, there's like 6 or 7. Which, I don't know which one is the Steam ending. Yeah, I've been steering us down the good path route. Good paths. Yes, all the murder we saw in the second door. Yes, that's the good path. Yes. All the horrible things we saw. Yeah, good path. TM. I'm gonna do If You're Certain very well. Because here's the thing. I also don't know how far Michelle can technically wander. Well, no, he was on the far side. I was gonna say, I don't know how far Michelle can wander from the mansion. Anyway, I'm going with the second one. Just, I don't know. There's too many things that are all surrounded in the mansion that I can let one branch escape. I can let one branch escape. You know, Maria can go. I appreciate the thought. See ya. Hold on a second. Something else you need? I would like, if you could, for you to tell me about the time you spent with Morgana. Anything you can, no matter how insignificant it may seem. I would like to know what kind of life she had there. How's tomorrow sound? Tomorrow? I'll sneak into the courtyard tomorrow night. Meet me there, and I'll tell you what you need to know. Or what you want to know, sorry. Why not that now, though? No real reason. Just need a little time to sort through things. Morgana from Persona 5? I don't think I'm like, can I make a Morgana voice? I don't know if I can make a Morgana voice. I'd have to listen to it again. I could try. Maybe another day. Maybe another day I'll try an actual Persona 5 Morgana voice. I do have Royal. I could play Royal on stream. I don't know if people would want to watch Persona though. Maybe. Oh, I'd love to hear it. I will try my best. See you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay warm. Girl, that is my favorite game of all time. I'd be so down. Hell yeah. So many games we can play. So many games. Not even a chance to get a word in. Also, I feel like I'm dressed much warmer than her. Tomorrow night. That doesn't leave us with much time. Giselle. Giselle. What? Oh, hello? What is it? You've been so quiet. I was getting concerned. It's good to know you're still there. I guess I sort of dozed off a bit. I'm fine though, no need to worry. Are you sure? That is not a face of not worrying, Giselle. That's not a face of not worrying.
I think we should head back too. We've done about everything we can today.
You're right. Running into Maria was a great stroke of luck. Thanks to her, we now have confirmation that the nun is indeed Pauline. And we've potentially convinced Pauline to try to talk to the swordsman.
Depending on how things pan out tomorrow, we could be very close to accomplishing our goal. I'm sure it'll be smooth sailing, just like with Mel.
I certainly hope so. Smooth sailing and Yukimasa don't belong in the same vein, same sentence. Unless it's murder.
Before you go to sleep, do you want to talk for a bit?
Of course. In fact, I was about to ask you the same thing.
That's what you say, but on the inside, you actually enjoy being surrounded by girls more than talking to me, don't you?
And you seem to enjoy teasing me.
I'm just kidding.
Thankfully, I don't think I've ever wished you were there to save me more than then. I've never been comfortable in such spirited environments.
Put 3 women in a room and it'll get like that, yeah. It can be overstimulating.
I could have not been more out of my element.
I don't know. You seem to fit in pretty well to me.
You really think so?
You made for a great plaything.
Oh yes, I'm quite good at that, aren't I? I will say, there's one thing about the whole affair that surprised me.
Oh? What would that be?
I did not expect that I would have such a normal social interaction. And not because I'm awkward or a poor conversationalist. For most of my life, I was cursed, irregular, and you were the only one person who didn't treat me like that. And that came to be what I saw as normal. And as such, I was able to participate in... Being able to participate in a social gathering like that is a very exotic sensation. It feels almost like it shouldn't be possible.
You are normal, Michelle. An ordinary man.
This right here. This is what I wish I always had in my life. And for me to finally attain it in death. Though I suppose lamenting the details would make me ungrateful. I am glad to have had the experience though.
I'm glad to hear it.
Oh.
So, I know I've been talking about how much I want to save Morgana, and that hasn't changed. Neither has my desire to change everyone's future. But if you want to leave this place, to go somewhere far away and live a life of your own, You have my full support. You've got everything you ever wanted. You have the right to choose to stay here. Live in this time.
I wouldn't dream of it. I am not going to leave you trapped in that darkness. I will not make the same mistake twice. Regardless, there's no point in me choosing a life without you there as well, in the flesh.
Thank you for the head pats and the hydrate. I appreciate it. Thank you for the care package. I will take a sip.
And the posture check. Thank you, thank you. All good, all good.
Okay then. Well, I'll be in here waiting.
Hopefully not for long. I really think Morgana and I have a great deal in common.
What?
One, the daughter of God. One, a demon child. We're both forced into inhuman roles, living lives of solitude, constantly having things we cared about taken away from us, including, ultimately, our lives. The big difference between me and her is that I had you. If you hadn't been there at the end of my mortal life, perhaps I too would have grown to despise those who had put me through such misery. Cursed their very souls. She had no one, though. Not a single person to be there for her final days.
From what she told us, though, her life wasn't all sorrow and misery. She did eventually come to find happiness in her time at the brothel.
In fact, she even said that was where she learned to experience joy. While I know there are a number of girls there, if Maria was one of them she was particularly close with, perhaps she could be here. Perhaps her being here could have a positive effect on Morgana.
We'll have to see what she says tomorrow night.
That we will. And then our time is limited to noon the next day. We'll need to have everything necessary figured out by then. Everything it'll take for her to have a change of heart. Wow, this is Persona. You'll have to have a change of heart? This is Persona. The villain has to have a change of heart?
I'm not worried one bit. I have complete confidence in you, Michelle.
I am somewhat worried. What's there to worry about?
Here, I'll shout, "You can do it!" 100 times.
So you're planning to cheer me to death?
I just want every last bit of you to know I'm rooting for you.
I assure you, you've made that abundantly clear.
Hey. There's something I wanted to tell you, if that's all right.
Yes.
When I learned about your past and about your body, it came as a big shock to me. That said, I'm confident you know that my feelings for you haven't changed one bit.
I do.
But what I want you to know is that even if I had found out back then, instead of after having waited hundreds of years for you to return, my feelings would still not have changed. You had told me while we were alive, I would have still accepted you. Now, of course, I know it's not something you couldn't have come out with so easily, especially considering everything you went through because of it. We only lived together for a little over a year. And we only were partners for a month. So I understand how difficult it would have been to think I wouldn't push you away. But I'm not sure you grasp how much I love you. Even then. My wounds ran deeper than I ever knew. And them fully healing was simply not possible. Anyone else's touch, anyone else's warmth, my heart and body would have rejected. I sincerely wish I had expressed that to you more clearly. That it had to be you. That I needed you.
I did believe at the time that I could start over with you. That we could have a normal life together. Or well, I fooled myself into believing it. But I could never rid myself of the guilt and shame at how it was impossible for me to give that to you. I would imagine our future together. You smiling with our children in your arms, playing with them, scolding them, teaching them. And then I would remember I am incapable of giving you those children, or even engaging in the prerequisite acts. And the more I wished for your happiness, the tighter that guilt constricted me. I do apologize for not saying anything. You carried far more weight than any one person should ever have to carry alone. But you don't have to do that anymore. For one, I'll support you no matter what. And in this time, you're normal to everyone, not only me. You have allies. You don't have to take everything on yourself anymore. I love you, Michelle. I do. I absolutely adore you. Where is this coming from?
I wanted to say it, so I did. Is that a problem?
No, no problem.
You're blushing, aren't you? Your cheeks are as red as tomatoes. Oh, I wish I was there. I wish I could see you now.
I'm going to open the window.
Why? It's not... It's gonna be cold.
Exactly, I need to cool down.
What are you ah-ing about?
It's a spring snow.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, this soft face on Michelle. This soft face on Michelle. The smile. Oh, my heart. My heart.
Hello, Umgak. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for the 4 months resub. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much, Umgak. Thank you for your continuous support.
You did miss some sussy things earlier. She's avoiding reading sussy lines. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I don't think Kane clipped the other one.
Oh, you didn't clip the good boy? You didn't clip good boy? Darn. Shucks. But I hope you're doing well, Umgak. It's gorgeous.
There was hardly a cloud when I was outside earlier. And now it's snowing.
Are you worried Maria might catch a cold out in this weather?
Hopefully she's in bed by now. I never seen it snow in the spring before. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention to what lay beyond the dark walls of that house.
Maybe.
Have you?
Have I seen a springtime snow before? 3 or 4 times, perhaps. So, not very often, no.
Ah. So you've already seen this.
Would it have been better if I hadn't?
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, I thought it would be nice if it was the first time for both of us.
You sound like a little kid.
Is it that childish? Well, I don't mind either way. I'm still glad my first time seeing it isn't alone. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Little specks of white drifting through the darkness.
Yes, I can see it. It's beautiful. I'm happy I could see this with you too.
Oh, soft Michelle, my heart. cute.
You don't want the wind to cool you off too much now. I think it's time for you to warm back up.
Sorry, I was so engrossed by the sight.
Maybe it'll stick and you'll see it again tomorrow. The grounds are quite lovely, covered in snow. But for now, you should get some sleep.
I suppose.
You already passed out once today. You need to make sure you're well rested.
Hard to argue with that. I'll be counting on your help again tomorrow. Our success or failure. Depends on how tomorrow goes.
That it does. Let's make it count.
Good night, Giselle.
Good night, Michelle.
Giselle, no. One day until her death. And are we ready to Kane, do you mind? No, not weirdness. Do you mind putting the trigger warnings up in chat? Thank you. Any idea where we're at currently? Arm? Oh, Lord. Yeah, we're in the wine cellar. And if those of you who have been here since door 2 remember where door 2 was located, this might not go well for us. Huh? It'll be interesting. We'll see how much of this I voice act. My head. Feels like someone drove a spike through it. What's going on? Am I in the cellar? What? My hands are tied up behind my back. What am I doing down here? Wait. Giselle? Giselle. Say something, Giselle. No, this is the wine cellar. These are the barrels for the wine cellar. Unable to make any sort of sense of my current circumstances. It's not long after I regain consciousness that panic begins to set in. And the most unsettling thing of all, most frightening detail, is the fact that I can't hear her voice. Awake, are we? Are you the one who brought me here? What? You don't remember this morning? Right. I woke up because I heard someone enter the room. And then he hit me over the head. You're not dead, at least. That's good. What do you hope to accomplish by tying me up and bringing me down here? Remember what I said last night at supper? About me putting on a little sideshow for you? What? I was reenacting the Last Supper with you as the honored guest, the guest of honor. Right. Oh, now I see. When you were asking if I had any family or friends, you were trying to figure out if anyone would notice if I disappeared. If anyone would make any noise. You're sharper than you look. If only you had caught on yesterday. Please, Giselle, say something. Giselle, why won't you answer me? Why can't I hear your voice? Why can't I feel you there? You're a quiet one. Thought you'd be a little louder. What made you decide to get rid of me? Did the nun say something? She has nothing to do with this. I have permission from the Lord to act at my own discretion. Should I come across anyone acting suspicious?
Hello, KP. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping in.
So glad more people plays. Yeah, I've been showing my little community my favorite visual novel of all time since my birthday was when it was. We started my birthday month, so December. Yeah, we've been playing through it. But I hope you're doing well. Best visual novel I've ever read. Indeed. This doesn't seem in the least bit wrong to you. I wouldn't say that. You're an acquaintance's friend who made a long trip to see him, and I have you tied up in the cellar. That's not what I would consider right, no. But seeing you're good enough friends for him to let you stay here, I assume he also spilled everything. He never had what it took, that boy. If I were to guess, it got to be too much for him to handle. So he went to you, a friend. To you. So he went to a friend. To you. Not quite. I kind of made his sister make him confess. It's a long story. Leave him out of this. I see. So, how much did he tell you? If you come clean, I might even let you go. Get rid of him. Have you take his place. All good, Samurai. Thank you so much for stopping in. Get some sleep. Have a great night. I said, leave him out of this. So you're determined not to talk, are you? What a loyal friend. Listen to me. Listen? Oh, I'm listening. Because you have a lot of talking to do. I don't have many chances to let loose. So I'll be taking as much time as I can get today. He says in an eerily flat tone as he draws nearer, pausing at each step as if to taunt me. And then when he reaches me, struggling to get off the ground, he slams his heel into my shoulder. Not being able to use your hands makes you appreciate how much easier it is to stand up when you can, doesn't it? Help. Someone please help. Don't waste your energy. No one ever comes back this far. And the door's so heavy, your screams would never make it out. But that's the least of your worries. The door to the cellar's been locked. And the only key is right here. There's no getting in. If you can run fast enough, you might have a chance of making it to the door and escaping. Want to test your luck? I doubt you can make it. He puts the full weight of his body into his heel, pressing down on my spine, turning my breaths into gasping sputters. I gather all of my strength, but even that isn't enough to overpower him. Now, you're gonna tell me everything. What are you and the boy scheming? What's your end game? Who else is in on it? Damn it. I don't have many options here. What can I even do in this situation? Tell me what I want to know, and maybe I'll let you live. I guess I have no choice but to tell him the truth. Alright, fine. I'll tell you everything. Just know that this isn't some attempt to beg for mercy. One moment, everyone. Sorry about that. I came to this mansion in order to unlock the door to the observation tower to free Morgana. Nell was not the one who told me about her, though. I went to him and asked for his assistance. He didn't have to tell me, as I already knew. Both about her and what you're doing to her. Stealing her blood and making medicine from it. Who told you then? Morgana did. Morgana's soul told me everything. I am not from this time. I have lived in a time after her death. That's a crunch. It takes me several moments to process what just happened. A fire runs up my arm from my little finger, only turning into pain when it reaches my brain. I twist my head back to see the man on top of me holding my right hand. My finger snapped backwards at the second joint. I'll ask you again, who told you? Morgana did. She dies on the day of the Harvest Festival. Next up is your ring finger, and then your middle if you insist on keeping this up. I'm telling you the truth. She bears so much hatred, she casts a curse upon your souls. I've seen what happens in your next life. You know how I said fingers? Yeah. Now you're resorting to souls and next lives. I'm genuinely impressed. What lies are you going to cook up next, white-haired knave? If you don't set Morgana free, your souls will be enslaved for all eternity. Imprisoned in this cursed mansion. When the bell tolls noon, on the day of the Harvest Festival, you will lose everything. All of you will. You cannot escape it unless you do something. And the nun, the reason you locked Morgana up in the first place, she won't be safe either. She will be killed. There's more crunchies. Is this the ASMR you all wanted? Is this the ASMR? Yes. Oh no. Celery, no. Two fingers left. Can you keep up the act that long? Everything I'm saying is the truth. I've seen it all with my own two eyes. Why are you so insistent in maintaining this farce? Is it to protect the boy, or do you have another motive? Every last word is true. Continuing to lie isn't going to make it any easier. Your voice is shaking. The pain is starting to get to you, isn't it? What you're doing to Morgana, it achieves nothing. You must release her to atone for your sins. Otherwise, your soul and the soul of those you care about will be doomed to suffering. I see what this is now. You don't have the information I want. So all you can do is spin these lies. You thick-headed bastard. There are other options. Beg me for mercy. Sob like a little child. Sniveling your please don't kill me's and I don't want to die's and it hurts so bad, please stops. Grovel on the ground, you pathetic tiny man. And if you can entertain me, maybe I'll consider it. I will never shed another tear. And I will never beg for your damned mercy. Nothing I've said to you has been a lie. Some cheap attempt to fool you into letting me go. Every word of it is true. I know the sins you've burdened your soul with. I know the fate that awaits you in your next life. And I will gladly tell you every detail. You're down just to your thumb. Now, go on, if you're so eager to tell me. Let's hear about my supposed next life, shall we? In your next life, you will lose your memory in an accident, causing you to forget your own humanity. There's this innate savagery you normally keep hidden beneath a mask is released, unrestricted, and you turn into a creature no more than... No, you turn into a beast. My mask. You murder countless people, including the woman you once called your lover. Lover? Hers is a name you know very well. Pauline, your tether. My tether. How do you know that word? Because I know everything. I know what you wanted. I know what you were never able to obtain. You idolized humanity, and you yearned for peace. You're telling me I will kill the nun in my next life? I am. That is the fate that lies waiting for you. Her love for you is so strong. She refuses to believe you're dead. She leaves her seaside hometown in search of you, and she finds you. But you slaughter her. Did you say she lived in a city on the sea? In addition to her, you also lose someone else. A woman who tried to give you the peace you so desired, which eventually caused you to succumb entirely to instinct. Enough! Well, there goes thumb. We are down one hand. All right, fine. Now I know what you are. You're no mere seasoned liar. You're some kind of evil spirit that deceives humans. You're peering into my heart, tailoring your lies specifically to manipulate me. I am not, I swear. I have seen everything that happens. Enough. But there's a chance you can change your fate. All you have to do is cease your involvement in Morgana's imprisonment. Set her free, allay the hatred she bears for you. Are you deaf? I said I've heard enough. Release Morgana. Save your soul. Give her a better future. Silence. Ooh. Oof. Oof. I think I'll just take your arm off first. Cut right through your shoulder, nice and slowly. Don't. It'll still be attached for a while yet. Don't you worry. You hear that, spirit? That's the sound of your flesh ripping apart. The sound of your muscles being severed. Not gonna be doing much talking anymore, are you? Not through pain, aren't you? Plead for your life, spirit. Beg for mercy. Admit it was all a sham. Apologize. Let the room fill with your cries of agony. Nothing was a sham. Every last word. It was all the truth. I'll rip that head right off your shoulders. I don't care what you are anymore. You're dead. You will do no such thing. Get back. You will not harm him further. Pauline? What are you doing here, Pauline? I told you to stay away. And the door was locked. I opened it. You. One of Nellie's hairpins was long enough to get into the lock and undo it. She won't be getting much use out of it anymore, though. Busted up pretty badly in the process. The locks on the tower door are too complex. The one here is a lot simpler. Better you never expected me to go bet you never expected me to go cat burglar on you, huh? You stupid boy. Oh, what was your question last night again? Something about being on the edge of a cliff or whatever? Well, here's your answer. I'll do everything I can to save both of them. This is terrible. Could you? Oh my, you're badly hurt. Sit tight. I'll call for a doctor. Don't worry about me. You need to talk to him. To get him to talk. We've got to do something about you, though. I'll get that wound patched up at least, until you can get it properly checked out. Thank you. Was it you who went to get Pauline? No, I ran into her while I was looking for you, which was when she told me she was looking for him. Neither of us were having any luck, so we scoured the mansion together. And when we reached the stairs to the cellar, we heard screaming. My worst fears were confirmed. So I picked the lock, and here we are. Sorry we didn't make it sooner. This could have been avoided. God, look what he did to you. There's so much blood. In your fingers. Up. Recalibrating. Beep boop. Back. No, you made it just in time. My arm's still attached, and I'm not dead. Neither of which would have been true without you. I guess that means I actually did something good for once. Did something for someone other than myself. That you did. So everything Michelle said is true? The Lord isn't storing his valuables in the tower. He's got a girl locked up there. Well, is it true or not? It's still the Lord's property either way. The church is being funded with her miracle blood. So that makes her valuable, yes. So you're saying I've been handing out human blood and telling people it's medicine? Not human witch. No, Morgana is a human girl. She hasn't become a witch yet. At least not here. All this time, I've been lying to people who believe in me. Without even knowing what I was doing. Like you said, you didn't know. You haven't done anything wrong. Ignorance doesn't excuse sin. All the time I spend with you, and I didn't notice anything wrong. That was the idea. You weren't supposed to notice anything. It's not your fault I deceived you. It's unreasonable to think you should have been able to. All that. You did it to help me, though. Didn't you? Like a stupid little girl, I assumed it was all out of the good of your heart. Not once stopping to think any deeper than that. About where it all was coming from. Maria was right. I was blind. I was content to be pleased about the people I thought it was helping. I want you to do something for me. I want you to set this girl, set Morgana free. Please, do not make your sins any greater than they already are. But without the witch's blood, we'll lose the Lord's patronage, and then the church.
What good is a church that isn't actually saving anyone? Actually, no. That's avoiding the point entirely.
What do you mean?
To tell you the truth, I never really cared about the church at all.
You... what? How can you say that? When you've always been so unconditionally charitable. Even if it meant giving away food or money you needed yourself. People call you the saintess because that's what you are. A saint.
It's true that I do that. But the fact is, I'm no saint. I don't deserve to be held up as one, nor do I belong in that position. Just an ordinary girl. I never wanted to be a nun, you know? I just didn't have any other options available to me. And I sure didn't have the confidence to make it out there on my own like Maria. So I did what I was told. And to keep myself from thinking it was a mistake, from feeling dissatisfied with that choice, I put everything I had into my responsibilities to the church. My unconditional charity was rooted entirely in selfishness. And the longer I kept it up, the harder it became to stop. I forgot what I really wanted.
It's her belt. Okay.
Yeah, it's a belt. Sorry.
No, I think they're feathers.
They're feathers.
And what would that be?
A normal, happy life. As an ordinary girl.
In a city on the water.
What?
That's what you said in your dream. Your dream was of your next life.
Ah, right. Yeah. Quiet life with the man I love.
You might get that wish, in fact.
Huh?
You. That's what you said, wasn't it? That in her next life she lives in a city by the sea.
That is correct. In your next life, Pauline, you are not a nun. You are an ordinary girl who lives in a seaside town. A sweet, cheerful, energetic girl who wears her heart on her sleeve.
You have both your mother and father. And I... So, you believe me now?
I don't know.
Your claims are utterly ridiculous. But it's getting harder to think you're lying. If that's what you really want, Pauline, what should I have done instead? I envied what you had. That solace. The last thing I wanted was for you to lose it. But you're saying you found no peace in that life?
That's right.
So what should I have done?
Take her far away from everything and let her be a normal girl with you.
Oh, look, we unlocked the incredibly secret and difficult marital relationship art. Having a conversation. Yeah. All you needed to do was talk, and she would have just be open, and she would have said, I want to leave. Take me somewhere else, wherever. I just want to be with someone I love. Literally. I want you to take me away from this place. Somewhere far away. I wanted you to make it so I could be Pauline, not Marie. That would have been my ideal life. To live with you. To have a family with you. Oh. How was I supposed to know? You couldn't possibly have known. I realize that. And that makes me every bit as complicit as you. Set Morgana free. I will be expected to pay for my crimes. That itself is not a problem. I have every intention of facing the consequences. But we've done some terrible, gruesome things. I don't know what the usual punishment is for such in this land. But if I had to guess, I would say execution. Me being an outsider makes it a lot easier for people to place the blame on me. I won't be able to take you away. We'll find each other again. In our next lives. Okay? Okay. Or give your key and run, bitch. Yeah, that too. As I'm sure you've heard, my involvement in this conspiracy ends here. I'm glad to hear it. You decided to take action? Sorry about your finger and arm. You can't just say, sorry, I almost severed your arm and broke every finger on your right hand. You can't just say sorry to that. I don't think that's how that works. I'm still alive. That's what matters. Third key is in the Lord's possession. You said you needed it by noon of the Harvest Festival. Yes. Which means we need to act quickly. That's correct. We must set Morgana free before the bell tolls noon tomorrow. Then tonight, that's the next time the Lord will be here. Tonight I will kill him and take his key. No. Don't jump straight to kill. Don't, give me the sword. Give me the sword. No. No, we need, there needs to be a redemption arc. There needs to be redemption somewhere for Jacopo. There's gotta be some redemption. I mean, if it's only Jacopo. Wait, we're not shedding any blood to get this key.
Do you remember what I said a few minutes ago about not committing any further sins?
He's not likely to hand over his key without a fight, though. We need to convince him, not force his hand. Besides, simply opening the door is not enough. Why not? My goal here is to save Morgana's soul. In order to do that, I need to pacify at least some degree of the hatred she bears in it. A hatred rooted in her perception of you and the things you've done to her. I need to change that perception. I'm not quite following. What do you mean by change her perception? For you and the Lord to tell your stories, to describe what happened from your perspective. You want my perspective? I do. Something in your motivations or your circumstances might serve to lessen the animosity she holds from you. The greater the discrepancy in what she believes the truth is in the full story, with everyone's perspectives included, the greater the chance she may have a change of heart. Okay, I now understand what you want from me. However, my perspective will do nothing to serve that end. There's no ambiguity, no justification for my actions. Regardless, I would still like to know the whole truth, if you're willing to tell me your part of it. Okay. I'll come by your room later today. After we get your arm patched up. Yeah.
Hey. Is it alright if I'm there too?
Sorry, I rather you weren't.
Why?
Everything you need to know, I've told you already. I've captured a witch. No. I kidnapped a young girl for profit and imprisoned her in the tower. My motivation was, as I said, was to keep your church funded. Those are the facts. The things I did along the way were brutal and inhumane. I hope you can understand why I wouldn't want the woman I love to hear any word of it.
I understand.
I don't think you should just say, I understand, Pauline. You're asking to run away with this man. No. I'll see you again later in the day. I'll be waiting.
I should get going too. You're going to need medication and something to get that arm dressed properly. And if there's anything else I can get you, let me know. If you want to see a doctor, I'll find you the best one I can. I'm so sorry for ever doubting you.
No, I understand. I'm glad you came at all.
Me too. Well, see you.
Hey, Mel. I'm kind of surprised. He's actually got a soft spot, huh?
And I was sure you were full of it when you said the two of them had a thing going. What did she see in a guy like him anyway? She's got bad taste in guys, that's for sure.
What? What's that look? Just admiring your rather inappropriate remarks. No wonder she didn't say anything during girl talk. What kind of guy are you like, Pauline? Mass murderers! Psychopaths! Sorry. I was just kind of relieved it kind of came out. It's okay. You almost got a smile out of me. I've never seen you smile before. I blame being relieved, too. Now, would you mind helping me get back to my room? Sure, no problem. My shoulder's all yours. You know, you really are something else, Michelle. I could hear you through the door as I was getting it open, and honestly, I was amazed you were able to stand up to him like that. I don't want to get my hopes up too high just yet, but I'm starting to think you might actually be able to do something about the Lord. That's reassuring. Thank you. Sure. Anyway, let's get going. You should get as much rest as you can until he shows up. Well, I mean, you should be going to see a doctor with these wounds. Oh yeah, Nellie's been worried sick about you all day. I'll have to tell her not to pounce on you, because I'm sure she'll come running as soon as she hears we found you. Giselle, you were right. I do have people here who will support me. People who are grateful for me and who show concern for me. But you have to know, Giselle, that it's your voice I want to hear more than anyone else's. Why can I not hear you? Where are you, Giselle? Giselle. It's almost sunset. Looks like the snow didn't stick. You couldn't actually see the snow last night, could you, Giselle? That when the light started fading from the sphere of darkness encasing you? Or had it been going even longer than that? Why didn't you say anything? Not a word. I don't believe you're gone for good. You're still out there. Somewhere. I know it. And I will come for you. I swear it. Just a moment. Here I am, as promised. I heard you talking. I thought someone was in here with you. But you're all alone? It's only me, yes. I see. As I told you earlier, my perspective on events will do nothing to change Morgana's mind. I would still like to hear what you have to say. All right then. Okay. I might call it here, because we are getting to that 4-hour mark. And before we get into Yukimasa's story, because we're gonna do more flashbacks of Yukimasa. Some Yukimasa. And then we gotta go, so we have Yukimasa's story, we have meeting up with Maria, and seeing if we can get to Jacopo. Perfect timing. We were gonna get more Yuki Maeve. Oh no. Maybe. Maybe. Hopefully I didn't scare anyone too much today with Yuki Maeve. But yes, we'll do some more Morgana. Not next week, because debut is next Tuesday. In exactly 1 week. But we will do it in the following. We'll do it in the following week. But yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I hope you all had a lovely time with me today. Let's just see. One moment. No, I think we're good. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Alrighty. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.